A substantial 13.4 million preterm births happen every single year, with 900,000 preventable neonatal deaths, no complications like preeclampsia. Hello, I'm Arnav Kochar and I'm in 8th grade, and this is Maternal Guard AI, correcting every precious heartbeat. I was born 33 weeks premature. Why? Because my mother's doctors failed to detect reduced fetal movement and low fetal heartbeat. Fortunately, I survived. However, many don't. The problem is, current prenatal care is reactive, not proactive. Mothers may visit clinic once or twice a month, but between those visits, complications can develop. By the time these complications are detected, it's often too late to intervene safely. This made me realize that we needed something that was lightweight, portable, ergonomic, and non-invasive and could work anywhere. And that's why I made Maternal Guard. Maternal Guard is a wearable abdominal belt that monitors the mother and the fetus 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. It monitors the 14 essential markers of fetal health, such as heart rate, variability, oxygen saturation, position and orientation of the fetus. This is our ECG sensor. This measures the electrical signal from both the mother and the fetus. This is our gyroscope and accelerometer. It measures the orientation and position of the fetus. This is our FSR, force sensor resistor. It measures the pressure changes in the abdominal region. This is our piezoelectric respiration rate sensor. It measures the respiration rate of the mother and the fetus. And this is our body heat and temperature sensor. It monitors the temperature and heat of the abdominal region. These sensors work together to ensure that the mother has the highest and best outcome possible. The intelligence behind the system is a hybrid CNN LSTM model. The CNN finds patterns in the data, and the LSTM tracks how those patterns change over time. And a complication doesn't come in a point of data, it comes as an array of data. The model itself is trained on PhysioNet and Kaggle datasets, which are clinically validated data to ensure that when our model is ready for the real world, it will have no drift and be ready. For performance and validation, we saw that in Figure 7 that maternal and fetal heart rate ranked the highest in feature importance for detecting complications. We also saw in Figure 8 that our complications were unbalanced. What that meant was there were more complications, there were normal classes more than complication classes. So our model would be biased towards normal classes. To address this, we used data augmentation. This made the number of normal classes and complication classes equal to ensure that our model was biased towards one or the other. Figure 9 is our confusion matrix, showing that our model is precise and has a good precision. So it has good accuracy without making any false negative or any crucially deadly mistakes. Figure 10 is our graph, and you can see our accuracy slowly converges up to 95.87% over 500 plus batches or approaches. This means our model isn't memorizing specific sequences, it's learning every single time I'm training the model. In Figure 11, that is our battery life. You can see that on standby mode, we're able to get a battery life of 100 hours. On fully powered usage mode, we're able to get 13 hours. Our Maternal Guard AI monitors the mother and the fetus every 10 seconds. That gives us a battery life of 24 plus hours. The accuracy of the model is 95.87%, meaning our model is able to predict with an accuracy of 95.87%. It also has a precision of 0.96, meaning when the model alerts the mother there's a complication, it'll be right 96% of the time. There's also a recall of 0.95. That means when it makes a distinguish between either normal or complication, when it chooses one or the other, it'll be right 0.95 or 95% of the time. There's also an F1 score of 0.96. What this means is our model has a good accuracy while having a low number of false negatives. For a future plan, we plan to add 2 more sensors. One of them will be our cuffless blood pressure sensor. This would allow us to more easily diagnose preeclampsia. We would also like to add a fetal Doppler sensor, which would allow us to more easily separate the maternal and the fetal heart rates from each other, as they're currently superimposed and is being separated by our AI model. Once we have all of our hardware ready, we plan to add all the hardware such as the Arduino, the SD card battery inside our medical grade container. Our medical grade container will be on the front of the belt, and the wires will come around to the back, and all the sensors will be facing the abdominal region. Once our equipment is ready, we'll be able to connect it to an app and a server. All data will be HIPAA transmission, so privacy and security are key. The app and the server would allow the mother and the clinician to be able to view important alerts and key data. We'll also use federated learning, in which we use the patterns of the data to train our AI model to ensure it doesn't drift. Once our AI model is ready and our device is ready, we plan to start IRB-approved trials, in which we put our Maternal Guard AI against standard maternal procedures. Once it is approved, we plan to pilot these all around the world at a production cost of less than $30. Even in the rural areas, as that's the place where many of these 900,000 preventable neonatal deaths are happening. Maternal Guard brings reassurance to every pregnancy, so mothers can focus on the joy of life, not the worry. Thank you.